Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a weekly message for Earth signs. So guys, if you're a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, this may be for you. Keep in mind it's general, so it can't fit everyone's situation, but take what's for you and disregard the rest, right? Let it go. I've tried to record this reading, guys, so many times, and I've gotten spirits brought my own personal stuff up. My ears are ringing. It's been very difficult to do this reading. So I feel like the message is probably also pretty important that's about to come out. The first time I did it, I had to turn it off because I couldn't stop crying what was upsetting me. And it's things could be coming up from your past as well. I will bring in the earth magic, but I just want to say that blessings and breach and new beginnings and effortless were some of the cards that came out in the first one. And the reading was so important. But the blessings part was about knowing that even in tragedy and things that have caused us pain, looking at something that became because of it. And my example, and it was hard for me to put out, but we've talked to my family and I've talked about it. When my great-grandfather died, he died a few days before Christmas. And that was one of the only years I ever remember having a full-blown Christmas with that family. And in tragedy, when tragedy struck, the blessing was I got to have family Christmas. And I feel like that was the part that was really difficult for me to get out. But this is the kinds of things that the blessings and the rainbow. What was the rainbow? In biblical reference, and I'm not going biblical on you guys, but it's that the storm's over, and knowing this is that through every storm in our lives, there will be a rainbow, as well as being able to see all of the colors that are given to us, about using all of our, our ascended masters are associated with colors and chakra system, right? Our energetic systems. And it was about, I feel like, coming into alignment and reaching out into the world, knowing full force, being you, and being proud of who you are, knowing that everything that could have caused you pain, you're breaking out of that by letting it go. Release as well was one of the ones that came up with the trees falling and letting the leaves go in autumn, equinox. And blessings was also about, as we let go of the painful memories, take a look back in hindsight and rethink about there might have been some wonderful things that happened along the way. Okay? I mean, another example is children. We may no longer have relationships that we're out of, but if we have children, right, they're the blessings. They were why, and they were the good things that happened. Things like this, okay? But not that reading is this reading, but I felt like that was important for someone to potentially even hear. But let's move in. I'm going to take a minute, guys, and this has been a not very orthodox reading, but if you are a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, this may resonate. I'm going to do them, the weeklies, as Earth, so your elemental signs, and what the element would have, what the messages are for this element, okay, for the week. I'm not sure if I said it or not, because, again, I've done this so many times, I keep getting jumbled, but time's fluid and an illusion. So we could be picking up on a past situation, past life, current, or something that's just trickling into our energy field, but take it how it's for you, how it resonates for you. If it's on a soul level, you'll know. And I feel like if it is that, again, you'll know, but it's still up to you guys and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take on how you get your fulfillment, and as well as whatever messages come up here, what you do, how you integrate these messages. So if I trigger you, if I bring up feelings or invoke memories, how do they make you feel? What are they associated with? Why were they here in your conscious awareness? And how can you move forward? And I heard break free. Okay? So because if we constantly are remembering these things, I'm hearing like PTSD even, right? Because we can have PTSD over a lot of different things. I'm not trying to make light of PTSD. What I'm saying is that sometimes if we don't deal with the situation, it can affect you years later, even if it's not necessarily, you wouldn't think it would be a big issue, right? And I would say that rather outside of clinical PTSD, with the way we experience our traumas, they can come back when it's time. And I feel like on this healing journey that I know I feel like I'm on, and many of you are on as well, The universe will give us memories and it will test us, as well as Mercury is currently in a shadow period of retrograde. It's going to start on October 31st, as well as the day that the veil between this world and the other world is the thinnest. So try and keep grounded. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you feel like this is for you, please feel free to subscribe, join the journey with me, and let me encounter your energy more often. And for all my subscribers, thank you for being here. You mean the world to me, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for continuing to be here, clicking play and watching, and I hope it resonates. Love you guys. Let's see here. Archangel Michael, Metatron, Archangel Raphael, my team of light, please jump in, guide, guard, bless, and protect this reading, myself, any of you guys who would ask for it. And use me as the clearest channel possible for anybody watching and most far reaching. I am also going to say, guys, if you are asking your angels or your guides into your life, your calling in spirit, just ask that they're here for your highest good, as well as delivering messages that you can understand in the clearest form possible. But again, try and be open to what they are, because sometimes it's going to take time to decode. That's what I'm hearing. All right, so this is for the week of October 21st to the 27th. If you're watching it beforehand, because I'm recording it, I think, on the 17th, it may still be for now. This is the energy we're picking up, and you can still change things as well. It's not set in stone. So, what messages do you have for Earth signs? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn for October 21st. Communion. So if you are speaking with guides or source or animal, if you're receiving, like seeing your animal totems and you're getting wisdom, higher wisdom, kind of pay attention, be open with this. And I have love and compassion at the bottom with invocation. So if you are calling spirit into you and you are listening to the messages, ask that they're here with love, again, for your highest good, right? And asking them, invoking them, as I asked Archangel Michael and Raphael to join us, that's invoking them, okay? So as well, there could be, you may want to burn some sage or spend some time with your crystals and really make an event of it. I find sometimes when I used to, do my own, for my own self, if you set up an altar and you include your fire element and you have all elements present, or however this works for you, whatever is sacred for you, you are communicating with spirit with more intention. The more you create and you invoke and come with intention and allow this to be part of ceremony, right, and accept it with love and truth, and your discernment here on it, what's in between. But I feel like then shape-shifting, because this stuff can come and go. When you are speaking with spirit, though, asking that they're here for your highest good is important, because it's being also mindful that we're only invoking helpful, good spirits. So we have purification as well here. If you're doing any ceremonies, you can do what I would say a release ceremony. It's the perfect time. Have yourself a bath, in a safe burning receptacle, burn, write down what you need to let go of, things that you can tell yourself, right? If you don't want to tell other people to purify this, sit down in your stillness and your quiet contemplation. See the muck, see the murk, face the shadow, all that stuff. Take a moment now, calm and peaceful, detached from any situations from the past and looking at it differently to purify it. For example, if there's a situation in the past where you felt hurt because you're attached to something, and then you may think about it after going, oh, and you might have held grudges or held on to this about with other people or other parties, but then to go, no, that was me. That was the way I took it. They didn't mean that, and I held it, and accordingly, right, the spirals of consequences and repercussions that happened after. It may be with this Mercury retrograde as well that's coming through, and maybe I'm just picking up on it now, but this week is take some stillness to purify out what feels safe for you as well, and what feels like you want to hold on to, what paintings that you want to represent now. So for example, if you're looking at a painting from back here and you see, you know, the lion as the horrible beast, you know, and you fear this lion, but then you realize that lion was attacking the people in the picture because their babies were behind here, you get a little bit more understanding of the lion. This, I feel like, is in the stillness and outside of the situation, as everything's unfolding in your life right now. Allow the purification to happen. So like I was saying with the release ceremony, have a bath even, because this is water. You know, light some candles, bring some crystals, take some salt, you know, your favorite oils, and ask Spirit to help cleanse your spirit of anything negative, any attachments associated with the situation. If there is energy going out, or you feel like if it's with another and there's still cords of attachment, ripping them in the tub and sewing them shut, like psychic surgery, really. Putting this all in and asking that anything of the yuck and the gunk, any of the mud, anything that literally needs to be purified, ask Spirit actively to take that down the drain with love. And that's important, I feel like, is that when we bring love to the situation, we're also transmuting any negativity there, because we're not putting the energy that caused this out to the world again to just get stuck in this negative thought loop and energetic transfer that's still out into the universe. We're going to ask that this goes down the drain with love into the earth's core, that it purifies out into the water system with love, that you release any karma that's attached to it. And if this is in the front or if it's in the back, your spinal column as well, rip the cords of attachment and expectation, or whatever the negative is that you're purifying, rip it out, because you're going to feel a whole lot better. And when you feel at sanctuary within yourself and being true to yourself, when you bring love to yourself and when you allow the mud to let you bloom, I'm hearing there's no stopping who you can be or telling who you can be. Okay? None. Sunlight, there's light, and there is love, and there's new beginnings. So we have the lotus flower, bloom and bloom with love. The green man was under here. There it is. This is the autumn one that came out with Breach in the first reading. As we release all this gunk and yucky stuff that's no longer here, supposed to be for us, or that wasn't even supposed to be ours in the first place. Empaths, you may have absorbed a lot of stuff as well. You could ask Spirit in this tub or whatever, you burn ceremony, sage yourself, smudge yourself, Palo Santo, you know, whatever ritual, whatever ceremony you need to do. Ask to release it so that you come out brand new, and it's like completely releasing any fear of being who you are and who you need to be, because you've got here the green man as well, synergy. Every interaction and everything, every change, every small thing that we do, it has the ability to affect positive change and ripple out into our world. I was thinking about earlier, you know, when we plant sunflowers, it's not just for the prettiness. If you leave them there over the wintertime, the birds, they come to them because they actually see it as real food. The more you plant your gardens and the more you nurture, the more life that you nourish around you. And this is all in perfect divine order. So find sanctuary within yourself so that you are reaching forward with love and moving with the ebb and the flow of the universe. There's that card. Because there's always a rainbow after the storm. I'm going to bring some tarot in now. This is the Line Strider Tarot. I'm going to ask for messages for okay, so about this blessing book. The book talks about water and light is all it's needed. A complex thing with water and light particles working together to transform and create this. For some of you, I feel like that was important. And we have the Ten of Wands. And this is, the struggle is over. We're putting them back behind us. Yeah. Nine of Wands is at the bottom. This is the wounded warrior walking away from the fight but it's knowing he's still walking. Put down the wounding. Can you tell me, Wheel of Fortune, right? Put down the wounding, because like I was saying with, my grandfather's funeral and it being